right, a few headlines for today that the mainstream media doesn't want you to watch. Jeffrey Marsh was invited to the DNC as a VIP. Jeffrey Marsh is a TikTok star. Jeffrey Marsh is a grown man who wears lipstick and fake eyelashes and blush, colorful makeup. Jeffrey Marsh's shtick is talking to children with gender disorders or grooming these children into gender disorders and ultimately telling them to cut off contact with their parents if their parents do not, quote unquote, affirm their gender identity, and then encouraging children to contact him privately via DM. But now he's gone a step further. He's not just grooming children into gender ideology, into cutting off contact with their families, into sending him a private DM after they've cut off contact with their families. He's now saying that people whose family members support Trump should also cut off contact with that family. Take a look.
Should you cut off contact with family members just because they are voting for Donald Trump? Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen to you, or even to do their own research and discover that hatred's not the answer, that love and kindness is the answer, if they are unwilling to change, they must experience consequences, and you should not withhold those consequences from them. The consequence in this case would be they don't get your beautiful, loving, wonderful presence in their lives. It's over. And they are gone.
This man is a groomer. This man is telling children to cut off contact with their parents for various reasons and then encouraging those children to contact him, a grown man, privately via DM. Sometimes we are told that you can't judge a book by its cover, but let me tell you, you actually can judge a book by its cover. And we all know exactly what Jeffrey Marsh is. But let's remember, not only is Jeffrey Marsh a creep, not only is he grooming children, not only is he obviously dangerous, he was embraced by the Democrat National Committee and invited as a VIP to their convention, which means they endorse what he's doing. Kamala Harris is making an effort this week to appeal to black men. Last week, she put out a video telling black men that she would give them, quote unquote, free money if they voted for her. She put out a graphic on X promising black men drugs, marijuana, if they voted for her. Now she has a third tactic she's using to try to appeal to the black man vote. This is what it is. Take a look.
Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
Hey, Trey.
Hey, hey.
So, what do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Okay. Do you work out?
I like to stay active, yeah.
Do you have a plan to vote?
I didn't plan on it.
The idea behind this video is that each woman is holding a balloon, and when they hear more and more about the man who is telling them about himself, if you're interested, you keep holding the balloon. If you are not interested, you pop the balloon. So he's 6 foot tall. He works in finance. He makes six figures. No balloons popped, but as soon as he doesn't vote for Kamala Harris, every single woman on that stage popped the balloon. This is endorsed by Kamala Harris. So what does this mean? This means Kamala Harris is telling black men that women won't date them if they don't vote for her. How demeaning is her appeal to black men? I'll give you, quote unquote, free money. I'll give you drugs, and women won't sleep with you if you don't vote for me. Guys, she thinks you're stupid. She thinks that the only thing you care about is sex, drugs, and cash. That's so insulting. That's her appeal to you? I would love to see videos, by the way, from all the black men who watch this show refuting Kamala Harris's insulting appeal to black men. It's disgusting. And you know what it is? It's racist because she's generalizing all black men, saying all you care about is drugs and sex and money. Insulting. Bernie Sanders admitted on television that Kamala Harris is lying to you in order to hide her radicalism because he doesn't think that her radicalism will actually appeal to voters. Take a look at this.
So I know you know this, but in addition to the Green New Deal and Medicare for all, single payer for health care, and ending fracking, in addition to those being positions that you hold, Vice President Harris used to be with you on all three of them and now is against you on all three of them. Is she making a mistake having reversed those positions?
Look, Jake, I think what we're seeing is a coalition of people more establishment Democrats and progressive Democrats and progressive independents, I'm the longest serving independent in American history, come together with the goal of defeating a very dangerous candidate, and that is Donald Trump. In terms of Medicare for all, I personally believe that the current system is broken, dysfunctional. Its major goal is to make billions in profits for the drug companies and the insurance companies, and we end up spending twice as much per capita on healthcare as the people of any other country, while 87 million are uninsured or underinsured. I think it's a broken system.
What did he say? It's a coalition of people trying to defeat Donald Trump. What does he mean? What are the words underneath those words? Well, he admits that Kamala Harris hasn't actually rejected his policies, the Green New Deal, Medicare for all, or banning fracking. He believes that Kamala Harris still believes in those things, but he knows that voters reject those things. And so Kamala Harris has to lie to voters, to trick voters into voting for her, pretending that she's not radical because they don't like her radical policies. And Bernie Sanders seems totally unbothered by the immorality of Kamala Harris lying to you to try to trick you into voting for her. It's despicable. Speaking of despicable, Border Patrol and FEMA got together to help with hurricane relief efforts in North Carolina. And I think this video, we can play this video actually while I'm describing what it is so that those who are listening understand what we're watching. This video encapsulates perfectly the inefficiency of government. So it's a bunch of men, a couple of women, I think, in there, all dressed in kind of military style gear, you know, all with belts with firearms and in their Border Patrol outfits and glasses, and they are moving tree limbs and branches into a stack, one stick at a time. They have a line and they're handing one little log. Really, this is exactly what government is. I actually love this video because this is exactly what our government does. All of these men, and you can't figure out a more efficient way to haul logs? Like, good Lord, I'm a 110-pound woman. I could carry more logs than that at one time from point A to point B. But this is the federal government, my friends. This is exactly what the federal government does, whether it is at our southern border or whether it is in response to a natural disaster like Hurricane Helene. The federal government is not only inefficient, they are corrupt and they are stupid. And that video proves the point.